Adi life is crazy. That is crazy.
That's so crazy. Also the clay. What a crazy. Crazy.
Okay.
Ice all over. We don't know what ice all over.
Yeah, Bridget. Ase uswa kumwa katenga. Kwina kwake kumagwa yani. Magwa snow.
Hailstorm. That was a hailstorm.
Matalala kani.
Oh, I saw that.
Ndikusomba?
All over.
Sikunali kuneno. I think it was kuneno.
Neno?
Was it the one inachitika chapompano?
Umpano.
Yeah.
Then sika ino kana pesa otowa ika makapo.
Tikana manje mafandi muhale ura say ine ndufuna ice uzeke mu brand.
Ombwere se.
Ndufuna ice all over. Ndikona nga ice all over. Apo jai angadule.
Anyway, ndufuna pempe. Pem. Yeah? Welcome to Podcastmalawi, the number one podcast. What is the only podcast? The number. The only
and number one.
Yeah. The number one podcast in Malawi. See talk show. See a game.
Today with the Blage. This is a podcast.
Zaminando libanga. Guest watu akavomera kuti lipange zaminando kapena.
Don't ask me to choose violence. The answer is always yes.
Oh,
you went.
Tikedwapo.
Gugu wasegerera.
Gugu zone masangalasi.
Gugu zone masangalasi.
Gugu violence masangalasi.
Tika kwapulidwa masangalasi.
So I say, zinakulima ndivuta.
Zona.
Ngati nzungu ina. So nendimangoita nauti kasi. Kuti ndisavutike. Koma you introduce yourself.
Awesome. So my name is Cass, you're right.
Let's see the man ndivuta.
No, see the maguvuda. I mean, okay, my full name is Nyokase. Some people call me Cass, most people call me Cass. Mazinzange. Some people call me Nyo. My very, very good friends call me Nyo. And my family, they call me Nyo. But if you want to call me Nyokase, yeah, my official name is Nyokase. That's my government name and my artist name.
Nyokase
Madise.
Are you related to... Nangoti to wayamba kuseka. This is the chula. Are you?
Kodi Kumalawi kule I played the fifth. But yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but sitivita so udali. Bali zimzina tamvana. Amene mwamva. Days inake pa Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw this other post. Then I my guys also has Zathu Band. Nda mafusa no. Praise umali yakupanga chakuti. Jokels, Teresa Pondo. Chimensi chinaveke bobo I think ina jaesta ndi. Jaesta sina jimve bobo. Anangode style ni mayake. I was like, it's Sunday it. Hey, and then Ankadi, where is this lady?
This other one.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Hey. So, that was my question. Where are you?
Where am I? Oh my gosh. So before I talk about where I am now, let's talk about where I went to after I left Zathu. I shouldn't say I left because it kind of sounds like Nasiya it is Venezuela.
Since I'm
No. But I had been in 2018. I was offered a scholarship to study gender and law, a master's in gender and law, University of Zimbabwe. So that's where I was pretty much the whole time for 2 years, 2019 to 2020. Then I started working for a really cool project called Fact Checker. I did some work with the Gender and Justice Unit. Then I did some work with the EU. And then my sister and I, we started a digital creative hub called Good Talent. So basically what I'm saying is, Gudi, I just decided, okay, I want to kind of build my capacity as a professional. As an office person, someone behind the desk. And then when I'm ready, when the spirit is right, when the time is right, then I'm going to get back to writing music. And that's exactly what I did.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Masters.
Yes.
So before masters unali ndi bachelors, yeah.
Bachelor's, yeah. Of course, it's Bachelor of Arts and Humanities, yeah, with Chanko. Komano, I majored in music and drama.
Hey. Navora anthu amakupyeza noti sumuzapeza ntchito.
My God was so faithful, man. The exact job that I needed to find, and that was Zathu. So,
Nice.
they needed a singer and an actor, and that's what I brought. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I say, so you said you majored in what?
Music and drama.
Music and drama.
Yeah.
But I've heard that you're really smart. So, someone who really like you is really smart. I don't think that would be like the first option. You mean to do like college and whatnot.
Kumalawi.
Yeah. Okay. Whether I'm smart or not is neither here nor there. Komano, to be honest, yeah, it was never my first option. To be honest, I wanted to be a lawyer. Like almost any other kid, you either want to be a lawyer or a doctor or an accountant or an engineer.
Oh.
I wanted to be a lawyer. The only thing that I wanted was to go to Chanko, study law. Come. You had to have a GPA of 3.2 to be able to qualify to apply or just to sit for the exam. And I had a GPA of 3.17. So I know, and I was so mad, I was so upset. And I remember Nakalaba Ujin, Bagonego hostel, and I was like, you know what? If I can't be a lawyer, I'm going to be the best musician ever. And so I decided to study music, yeah, and did drama, yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. Okay, atapita kuZimbabwe nondenda una kuti chimene apanga master amathamangirabe kufuna kukhala umafunafunabe kukhala lawyer.
Yeah.
Kauloya akonda kuna kuti watchulamo be.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Yeah, no, my dad wanted me to get a law degree. I wanted me to get a law degree.
So is it like a family thing? Like family thing considering could
Yeah. Is it a family thing? I mean, I guess. I would say there are more teachers in our family than there are lawyers. We have got people who teach drama, music, law, accounting. So sports even. Komano, yeah, I guess my baby brother, he's studying law. My dad's a lawyer. His brother's a lawyer. So I guess kind of. Yeah.
Mina a brother. Is Black Eye your brother?
Yes.
Yeah, one with my door. Yeah, in the squad ya madolo. The squad ya mashasha. Oh, okay. Yeah. So from Zathu of Zimbabwe. No, let's go back to Zathu.
Okay.
Do you think after Chanko and then over Zathu, Zathu inakubanga improve zimene iweyo kweni?
Oh, yes.
Kwa
basi. And a lot of things, because Zathu is real life, eh? And Chimeneji Nandi Sangalasa and Jodi, Zathu wasn't looking at your qualification. It wasn't looking at good education yako when you're auditioning. It was just looking at your talent and your passion and your confidence, And it was great. Zathu, they had, school, anabina maskolo siana. We have different qualifications, and we kind of learned from each other. Montodi Nazolo with a music and classroom, I was just thrown into the deep end of these other 5 brilliant, amazing singers and dancers. So for me, it was like, boss, you need to get your game up. You need to step up, Yeah.
I like that.
So you have mentioned Good Talent?
Yes.
So what is it all about, Good Talent? Yeah,
thank you for letting me talk about Good Talent. So Good Talent is it's a mostly online creative hub. So we have a network of over 100 young creatives across the country. Basically, what we do is we bridge the knowledge and networking gap for young creatives. We know this sometimes, as Nyamada, we feel like we don't have access. We're being barred access. What Good Talent does is it makes life simple. So, if you know someone who knows someone, you get someone, someone big in the industry. For example, like we had Malawezi conduct a workshop with young people in Lilongwe for free, and that's the kind of work that we do. Ellen Juji's manager, Prince Chikwewa, also, he spoke to some young people in Blantyre for free. We've had managers and CEOs from different NGOs and corporates speak to young people, conduct different workshops, music, drama, acting, storytelling, how to be a professional in the arts and creative industry. when you're just starting out. But also, there's a young person who has a brilliant idea, but they don't know how to write a proposal. We teach them how to write a proposal. We help them write a proposal. We write the recommendation letter for them. We also curate my opportunities. So we have what we call good opportunities. So as much as we can, we try to do it at least monthly. We've been slacking, but we're trying to get back. Timabanga post about 10 to 15 free opportunities that young creatives specifically can apply for. And usually Timabanga target my opportunities akonja. And we've had quite a few testimonies of people who saw an opportunity on our page, asked us for help. We coached them through the interview. And Danadinga, people go to Serbia, Croatia. Some people actually got funding from the copyright fund after we coached them. So that's good. If you have talent and you use your talent for good, then good talent is the place for you. And money should never be the reason why you cannot excel in your talent. We have a slogan, good talent is we are in the business of believing in people. That's what we do. We believe in people because other people believed in us.
Oh.
Who are the founders?
All right, so Good Talent is founded by myself and my sister Phiri. We were having a conversation. My sister and I usually like to have rants about the problems in the country, and usually the rant ends up with some kind of what can we do at the end? What kind of solution can we do? What can we bring to the table? And I forgot what happened, but it was in October. And October of 2021, and guys, now something happened with the copyright fund, I think, and there was a bit of confusion understanding how copyright works and stuff. Yeah. But something had happened in the industry, I forget what. But anyway, we were like, what the major problem is we don't have access to free and quality education for creatives, especially creative education that is not in a formal classroom, because a lot of creatives don't do very well with that, and we need to be able to respect that. So we need, so what do we do? And my sister also, she studied drama and philosophy at the University of Malawi as well. So we're kind of like art geeks. So we're like, what can we do? And then she was like, why don't we start a workshop series? And then I was like, that's a really good idea. Why don't we just start a hub? And she was like, oh, that's a really good idea. She was like, what should we call it? And I said, oh, okay, I don't know. And she was like, okay, we're talented and we use our talent for good. And I was like, good talent. Yeah, so that's pretty much how Good Talent started, yeah.
No, I think I once attended one of your...
Yes, you did, in Blantyre. Yes.
There was Prince...
Prince.
Jacaranda.
Yes,
yeah. And I'm on the group too.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the group.
Then we na 200 amachulaja ndili. Komano, I noticed kuti ngini zambiri, let's say my opportunities ena mina makhawa kufunga. Amakhala my baby.
Yes.
Then my guy and then mona ngati matisala since what is makhala bwanyi. Komano nabanga notice kuti zambiri zimakhala my opportunities ama girls.
I'm a girls.
Then so makhala not just girls, koma mwina ali in this story na, for example.
Yeah.
Mwina ali ni mwana kale, and then
Okay, that's a very, very astute. It's a very astute observation. And one of the reasons it is so is because Panoba, the pool of funding generally internationally, it is looking to empower women more. That's not to say that men do not deserve empowerment and support just as much, especially young men who are coming from third world countries like Malawi, who are going through the same, economic crises, and we are facing the same economic challenges. Of course, who you are and your gender really does change the perspective. Men and women, and non-binary people, and we go through different things, so it's never really the same. But yeah, having said that, is the way the funding is working, Masiwano, is just people really are just looking to boost the 70% of women that don't have the confidence to show up. And to be honest, if you're good talent, that's something that happens a lot. I don't know why, Komano young ladies could it be manta, could it be kuzikaikira, but they just don't apply for things. They don't show up. They don't. You could tell even when you came to the workshop, the majority were young men, which is brilliant because there are a lot of young, talented, men who would like to learn. But at the same time, it means we just need to take a little extra effort in reaching out to women. Akamazona in the mirror, Amazona ngadalibe kutekera, and we just need to show them that no, come, drag them, drag them by the heels. Good in tabwena ni muone zikukanike no kamudadan mudafika kogale. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Then mangona ngalore my guy, because meno agambile my girls amoneka kuti mwina ndi mantha kapena ndi chanchani, but anyamata onde amene amaonesa effort. Now funding imabwera kwambiri kwa akonesa effort yoma kuti mwina so afoka basa
kuti I give up.
Yeah, I give and chanchani kuma basi tingoeneka tivomereza. I instigate mavomereza ndinaziwa komano
simunavomereza. All right, then let's collab more, Let's collab more. Let's collab females and males and non-binaries in the industry. Let's collab so we make the space fair. Right? Yeah. Could even the women who are in the space, they feel it's an equal footing and they've got capacity. I mean, they're like 1, 2, 3, and there are 2 guys and there's one of me, but we respect each other in that way. We're sharing that energy at an equal level, and I think that's the most important thing. Is let's not just look at the numbers. While looking at the numbers is very important, but let's make sure the 30% or the 20% of women in the room have the capacity to unleash 110% of themselves.
A quick one, Nyokase. So
yes.
The angle that Gray is pushing in is the opportunities that are found are focusing on women in most cases, right?
Yes.
When it's men who are pushing, right? So sometimes I feel like maybe the effort is misguided. Instead of providing them with more opportunities, they have to be trained to go out more. Because the world is quite crazy in the way that it is structured. Yeah. That at some point, we call it affirmative action, right? Giving you opportunities because...
I love that word.
Yeah. Because you're a female, will work at some point. But you're going to go somewhere where it's not going to be about you being a female.
Yeah.
So you have to build that capacity, that energy within you.
Yeah.
And that's what has been built in men most of the times because of the messaging that we get. Is like, if you don't do it,
it's not going to be done.
You're going to suffer.
You got to do it.
It's about you. Right? So sometimes maybe think about how to change the narrative to say, women, yes, opportunities are going to be there for you, but you have to change.
You got to show up. Yep. I absolutely agree. And I 100% I instigate that. And hey. Yeah, and the thing is that and this is why I became a feminist, because I grew up in a family of boys.
Oh, nimobo kufusa. Are you a cause men my uncle I think yeah.
I am.
What did I say?
I am, and it's because I grew up in a family of boys, and my dad, and I was the only girl. At the time, my sister was in boarding school most of the time, from primary through secondary. So during my day, I was a day scholar. It was 1 girl to 4 to 5 boys, depending on which cousin is visiting at the time. And my dad was like, in my house, there is no such thing as as male chores or female chores, as boys do best and girls do better at this. You all do the same. You all do the same amount of chores. I'm expecting the same amount of academic excellence from each one of you. You all have to show up. You have to be confident. My parents were one of those goody. If they disagree with something, they're just not going to say no. They will say why and give you time to explain yourself. And if you don't articulate yourself well, sometimes sometimes he would say, you don't even know why you want it because you cannot articulate why you want it, So you have to be confident. You have to be assertive. Having said that, I do understand, Woody, not every girl has had the option, or every young lady or every woman has had the chance to be able to be pushed to be assertive. Guys, we are taught to be silent because we are told that men like ladies who are quiet. Silence is golden. Silence is powerful. You can't be assertive and just volunteer for things and just show up all the time. Yeah. So we really we really, really do need to, we really do need to empower women to show up and support women to show up, and, you know, and to be able to not just to expose the harsh realities of the world, to say, well, you know what, the world is not fair, but at the same time, even though the world is not fair, you have it in you to succeed, regardless of whether the world is fair or not. And that is why Zathu was created. That's exactly why Zathu was created.
It makes sense. Isomo Zathu monika guni kwambili kuti uyu wagrow in my boys.
You know, like when I was like 8, you know, before I hit puberty, you know, we do like ofula malaya versus osapula. Ine ndikavula nawo pa nikakhala defender. Yeah, defender wamphamvu mu neighborhood mwathu kanjetsa.
Ndoda ngakufusaniza past yanu mwina muzathu asamasana kutengeni because estaso amavula malaya amamenya mabagi.
You see.
Amamenya mabagi da ididi so yene. Come I say. Okay, zawu feminists tingozi ndabangono. Ndifuna ngobanga understanding ngene yake. Nimaona ngati anthu siti mvana bena baki. Then ndifuna ngonifotokozela. Sentence yaingono. Who is a feminist?
Okay, round 1, fight.
Who is a feminist?
Who is a feminist? Okay, a feminist is someone who believes that there is a... Okay, I need to explain this in not academic English. I won't say anything. So
okay.
Let me think. Otherwise, and someone who actually believes in what I'm saying. Yeah. A feminist is basically someone who believes, look, the world is not fair, and not the only reason, but one of the reasons that the world is not fair is because people are treated according to the gender that they are, or the sex in which they were born. This is something that we can all agree with, right? Yeah. It's good. People in society are treated different and based on their gender. And for some reason, we decided that the idea of femininity, right, is weak in all aspects, not just femininity in women, but femininity in men as well, which is why men are not allowed to cry. Men can't give hugs. Men can't express joy too much. Yes.
Okay.
Miss Chitega, it was purely pleasant.
I want Mrs. Nkoma.
Oh, exactly. Mrs. Nkoma. It was purely... Yeah, so basically, that's what we believe, Gudi. It's not really... It's not necessarily, Gudi, it's an issue of womanhood as Gudi, women as the body, as the physical being. It is the fact, Gudi, we are the more feminine humans that were created. So we are like the embodiment of weakness and shame, right? We are like Adam and Eve. Eve is basically, you know, she is to blame for all of the things that are wrong in the world. You know, we don't make decisions right. We are easily persuaded. We are easily swayed. But I mean, curiosity is such a beautiful thing for everyone to have. You know, having a sense of wonder, you know, having big feelings is a really, really great thing for everyone to have. So feminists believe, look, it doesn't have to be that way. We should not be able, we should not have money, not have a job, not go to school just because of my gender or just because I choose to be very feminine. So that's what a feminist believes. It's just love for femininity.
Round 1. Wow, you know.
Nyokase wins.
Definition.
Oh yeah, okay.
Exactly. And that's why feminism is so great, because again, womanhood is not homogenic. It's not homogeneous. I mean, it's, you know, femininity is not specific. It's not one color. There's so many colors of the rainbow. And guys, a rainbow is a rainbow. You guys, a rainbow is a rainbow, gents. Okay, Jabudo. Pause.
Good definition.
Yeah. That's one. Then
Actually,
round one. Wow, we know.
And actually, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did go to school, to kind of learn. Depending on who I'm talking to.
Okay.
Ah.
So I think in Tabanga attend the Yagu Blanta.
Yes.
You mentioned something about. I think you were working ku Kwinagwagi. I think utachoka ku Zimbabwe suna ngofikira kuyamba Good Talent kapena njani you started work.
Yes.
Is it Castell?
Yes. Oh, yes, actually, yes. I was working Kuga still.
For how long?
Wow. Y'all do your research. I love it. Okay. Now this is good journalism. I love it. Okay. So I worked at Castell for 6 months.
6 months.
Yes.
Nice.
Hey.
There were 3 probation.
Yeah, 3 probation.
Ndama zathu kuonjezera.
Ndakalamba probation.
We are still but still assessing.
I got my 6 months in menu. Oh no, guys, if you drink a Coca-Cola, tell menu of course when Castell was making Coca-Cola, but if you drink a special brew or a Castell or a Kuche or anything else spirits of Malawi, those guys they really shed blood, sweat and tears to put those things on the shelves. Like it's they work really hard, not just because they want to make money, but because they understand how much Carlsberg and Castell and Spirits of Malawi mean to people.
Yeah.
Gin akasoa antu makala depressed. People get depressed when gin is missing, Yeah, when special brew isn't there. When oh my gosh, when Sobo went missing, this country in Aima for like a day or two. So yeah, those guys work really, really hard. It's a very complicated distribution chain. When there's no fuel, like it's happening now, it doesn't matter to us. Fuel or no fuel, I want to be able to find my kuje in the fridge, and they always have to make it happen. 9 to 5, a staff of over 3,000 people being managed by, and the marketing team on the can you imagine, the brand managers and then you've got the heads of marketing as well. But those guys do some really, really amazing work. Yeah.
So in what department were you?
So I was in marketing. I was the brand manager for Booster.
Can I in the boost?
So what year was that? Anyways.
Not my boost starting in Sagusiwa. Unaliwe. Even endo the car marketing Before someone seen
at that time she wasn't there.
That was 2019.
Oh no, I wasn't there.
Yeah, and impeze muntu amene marketing sana indiscipline. Ani mwesa boost. Uyu ndamene ngati ndi choice.
Yeah, actually we asked them because I think booster ojeta na mwinga muti ma short glass idi.
Oh yeah.
It was actually ku Lake of Stars 2018.
2018.
So ankaenda mu tray ndama nazo wela isanu yanjani awanyu chanchani
nakwabula short.
So I was like so even I think those ladies thought we were being sarcastic or something when we were asking, because if it manazo ndimoa ndamadasi moa. So I think you are mona ngati fetu kungo we actually like if I see maziwadi kuti ndijani because anangoti ndi product yanyo drink yanyo
and then I davala machita
sana vale.
Sana vale. Okay.
Shame.
What is nice zauleli? Ndezi zauleli. Ndikama mzori zinthu zango chipa ogula naso.
Sasa unavula
ogula ma biscuit aga.
Una meza?
Na meza.
Kwa bwanji kana ipole.
Nangova jo.
It's good for the heart. Bible in none. It's good.
I say now that you've been.
What year were you
in 2021.
2021.
That was the year I was.
2021 is also the year I think. Because I've worked on my brand and video.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know that?
Oh, I know because Snanganabanga handovers it. So I know you did a lot of designs for specifically I think the Castell. The Castell beer. Yeah.
Analysis on the design yake so ina Castell inkaeneka ukhala yeni yawo inaganidwa.
Yeah.
Stealth graphic designer.
That's not very so.
I work with your brother.
I think it might be her who said no.
No, Castell was not my brand.
I worked with your brother. Biz Malawi.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. But yeah, no, I worked on Booster, but I also did the labels for the New Spirits of Malawi bottles. So the English band that you see on the bottles was edited by me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like every time you hold a bottle of gin, you hold my work.
The brand,
Yeah, brandy, gin, vodka.
akanakhala Bensam ndi akanasangala okay kwambiri then wafuna zifusa now you have been ku the corporate side and the creative side as an artist do you think imagwira kuti
that side
round 2 okay
yeah, round 2 do you think imagwira kuti for a creative kuvaya ku corporate side and ngini kuma kuendela bepopo?
Wait, what do you mean? Like personally?
No, in general. Not just personal. Command experience yake.
Yeah.
But yeah, being an artist. Because umaziwa say nimaona ngati artist ni muntu yenda utani.
Yeah.
So pena ikafika nkani yako office umakhadi ungwene ngati ukhala pena pake.
Yeah.
Or mwina ndi reason imene unakhala yako 6 months.
Yes.
Hey, I say no hesitation. No hesitation, I say.
Zimarani.
I mean, yeah, fam, people couldn't understand. Like I say,
Yeah.
Castello, why? And I was like, it's just not for me. Couldn't you know, it's Komazima tengela, pale antungati, you know, physics, it works for them, you know, he works for a corporate. Teresa Pondo, of course, she doesn't work for a corporate, but she's got a full-time job.
Yeah, full-time job and Zimatega.
Yeah, and Zimatega. So I guess Kwantwena Zimatega.
Do you think that's how it should be? In your honest opinion?
In my honest opinion, I think it would be unrealistic to say a creative can make money off of just doing one thing. But I think that we should be able to have a job where we can still be creative, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like y'all, you know, you do graphic design, which is a more corporate, more deadline-y job. But you know, you're also the host of Malawi's #1 podcast.
Co-host.
Co-host.
I'm a phone kukonze.
Otologa.
Nani nasile.
Limalesa kuseka.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. So what keeps you busy, Mr. Gray?
Before you answer that question, the way I understood Gray's question was from this angle where, you know, biblically, pastors are not supposed to be working; they're supposed to be fed, yeah? Not in this like new era of life, but in that era, the Nazarenes and whatever.
Yes,
they're supposed to be fed.
Yes.
Similarly, when you have an artist, you expect the artist to think art every day, to work on art every day, so that they're not diluted.
Yes.
They're not compromised.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they are coming in, they come in with like all the thinking, all the deepness of art. Other than just because of that, but they are coming, they are observing society.
Yeah.
They are going into the marketplace and observe society.
Yeah.
Before they're busy writing on Castell's bottle. like yeah. And most of the time, and I agree with Gray if that was a line of thought.
Yeah.
You will see most of the artists Anna Sia Kukala like a full-time artist. And maybe they're working and trying to do these gigs. They hardly produce music.
That's true.
I I think Sangandi Kwire suffix, but you saw suffix.
Yeah.
Suffix Asanambe when he was just going all hard. Yeah.
That was
like
his
it was
bread and butter. It was the air.
It was everything.
Yeah.
My deadlines are jam.
Yeah.
Johnny, you can't do gigs anymore.
And the suffix ukunena anali nindhawi so munchito yake.
Yeah.
Yodi matha kumpasa mpata.
Komabe.
Still.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Do you think if art was paying enough, where's that talking about great shit?
Hey, okay, what mention and how he did physics and Teresa Pondo. I think anthu akanakhala kuti ati kulipira bo
Sibwezi yakumakhalira. To be honest, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I agree that would probably be the case. I would want to just listen to music and read books and write and rehearse and dance and all day, and be a speechwriter because, when people pay me, I'm also a speechwriter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've written speeches, for mayors and president and ministers. Yeah.
I say, okay, I wanted to ask you this. Since you've been around, what can you say is the problem and what do you think is the solution?
Oh, okay, before I answer that question, I really do want to know, Gray, what keeps you busy?
He's been silent.
Other than making my sister very happy.
What do you mean? I think Esther might have said, when you go there, please make sure you ask.
Yes, what keeps you busy?
I say.
The podcast yomwe yitu. Koma say, okay, ngini zake ndingati zako zomwezo. Kuti umazamba panga way ngini. Okay. Yeah. I love music. Koma no sister wako jandukene sundi mujesi.
Yeah.
Bwino. Ati bwino kumavetokoso. So ndio mweyo kuti basi umazona kuti corporate side mwina ilibondo umathamangira mwe.
Yeah.
So bola iwe nearly 6 months. Come I never know when it's been. I think 2 years now.
Man. I mean, I still have a job. Don't get me wrong. At least Panoba, I kind of have a job where I went to my mother, so that kind of softens the blow, So I work for a lovely NGO. I'm a Pan-African NGO. It's called Trust Africa. Yeah, and I'm the project coordinator for a new project. It's called the Africa Youth Panel. And Panova, actually, we called for applications. So we just recruited 20 young people from across Malawi to be a part of this Africa Youth Panel, Malawi chapter. So we're going to train them in how to do something called participatory action research, which is basically fun research that changes lives. I think that's the best way I can say that.
Still aligning the many.
Yeah.
It's my funny guys, man.
Yeah.
Because ndakhala kunoko the whole week. As long as that fella is Vali Mike.
Yeah, and where you guys are, podcast is because this, you guys should be getting, a ton of revenue in terms of ad placement and all of those things, because that's something that every major podcaster around the world is doing. Yeah. And they can actually choose to say, and they can choose to say, if I will only put out ads that align with our values, things that speak to our brand, but
speaking of brands. Yes.
Speaking
of brands. I'll tell you what happens with artists. With artists as zipeza magiga mene kwanza wamwena ku Zambia or South Africa, they get like maybe 5 million.
Yeah.
Kunoko montama mpasa 450.
Yeah.
Was 450 umene marketing manager wakumene wakupasa umfire ku 20% ka 15% or something like that.
Yeah.
Kumaso umwese more.
Oh yes.
On top of that money.
Transporting so.
Yes. Yeah. And you should be grateful. Umwike ba status. Kuri anakupasa gig.
Yeah.
There is low money, like little money in Malawi, and there is a lot of corruption. Yeah. And when people are talking about corruption, people forget the corporate level corruption. It's huge. So when you're saying, okay, my podcast, if you go to America, you see podcasts have been used heavily for the elections.
Yes.
And people have made a lot of money.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Both camps are in a good my podcast. People see the power. They know the podcast is good.
Yes.
And it has actually been proven after this election.
Yeah,
mainstream media.
They're powerful. Yeah.
It's no longer relevant.
But when it comes to money, the conversation is different. And when they come to a place like this one, they feel like they're doing us a favor. They are putting a brand yao iwe chuga.
Ndamafuna upushe
side to side.
Ni 500,000.
But let me tell you, if a brand would come through and say, okay, we're going to work with Podcastmalawi. We're going to put money. I said, there are talented people here.
Yes.
Blage talented. Mr. Great talented. We have Ben, Brandon, and the team behind the scenes. I said, everyone is talented here. And kulanda masters awo kulanda degree awo kuno in categories of people who even wonder. So when they want to work with us, mna ugereza ngata ugera nshondika platform kena kake kusazindikira na anthu oti so ani ndalama zawo zimene iwo amata kabwesa ndalama zi sisi papa ngamachi ni ndalama zawo.
Yep. I'm not
ranting for myself, but I'm saying
yeah, that's true.
When you look at it, it's like if podcast was paying enough to a point that everyone here is paid, and we're growing the industry, that's where we could allow or we could love Malawi to be.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen like that. Similarly with most other artists. Yeah. So we are forced, my guys, akuweka, and they come to record. Akuweka, they come to record.
Yeah.
Do you know the limitation that you have with that? A lot of limitation.
That's so true. I mean, honestly, I would love for my next album, my dream is actually to do all the Malawian languages in my next album.
Really?
Yeah, but what time am I going to learn in Konde? When I have reports to, what time am I going to...
Sena.
Sena, I can only say like two things. She?
Diba.
Yeah, that's it. And even with you guys, like, what time are you going to have to do like proper research on subject matters to collaborate? My podcast it would be so great if you guys did a mashup with that Z podcast from the Zambia. That would be amazing.
That's true.
Yeah. So. Okay,
kamba zama brand I'll mention names yangaija ndaona Waxek I think the brand ambassador this construction company kandi jani kama manga so namba ganza koma kunoko I think my guys amena napindula ningini ngati zizi mass coach nimamuyika be kuti one of the guys amena napindula ndi corporate because umapezeka kuti ku Malawi ndiwe brand ambassador mwina ningopeka chisanzo company ya magalimoto koma iweyo libe galimoto ya company.
Ya company.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Wandifire?
Yeah.
Akuza iweyo ka brand ambassador chani mwina amapanga furniture kuma nyumba mwako kudabwa kuti kulowa. So brand ambassador ono libalipo. Chifatu mina ndi ma likes ambiri. For example, mina ndi Wax. Wax anatoka kamina kwambiri because Wax pa Facebook atokana li 400 chako.
Yeah.
So akumusanka kuti akhale brand ambassador chifukwa angofuna kuti akaposta.
Yeah, not necessarily chifukwa mazibanga line.
Yes.
Ngadi actually let me market myself because ngadi one of the reasons why I actually went to go and work for Gastel was because Special Beer is my favorite beer in the whole world. And I was like, yeah, it's my favorite beer. So if I'm going to work for a company, it has to be a company a corporate. It has to be something I believed in. I got to work on Malawi. Malawi gin was the first drink I ever had. Actually, no, it wasn't Malawi gin. It was Amarula. And then Sandi Male Musa, the late Lucius Band.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he was such a cool manume. Yeah. Komano, so I would love to be brand ambassador wa Gamba, for example, because I love Gamba. It's wholesome, it's fun, it's Gamba.
I said, which brings me back to that question I asked. According to Zmene like you've been around organizations and whatnot, and you've also said you worked with Copyright Society?
No, Amango.
But you were just helping
people to
understand copyright.
Okay. So, in your understanding of all these things,
yeah,
like what did you see was what are your findings? Like, what do you see is the problem, and what do you think is the solution?
Okay, the problem is chilungamo ndikuchidziwa anthu ambiri komano sikufuna kutiuzani chilungamo chifukwa timaona ngati tikazigwira wina wake amene sakufuna kuti tinene chilungamo atipatsa a favor.
Bas. Yata. Tamaliza.
Ase.
Bas tisivita.
You never lose the color kuno.
Yeah, Do you know I called Cassie this other time because I wanted her to comment on something, and she wasn't here because I thought all along she stays in Lilongwe.
Yeah.
I don't know if she left. Yeah, because it was like there was a time there was something heated, and I knew that she's a strong voice and she would speak some sense in it. Like she's brilliant, right? She has she has these great ideas, but and she stays in that kind of space, and I think these are the right questions for her because she sees that injustice when it comes to, let's say, brand deals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of injustice. Most of the guys I'm under my brands, they are compromising. And I'll say here without omitting any word. If you see a brand, whatever name that is there, yampasa muntu ndalama. Brand ambassador, you should know kuti the marketing team kandi ndani amaja ndalama yene yoyo. So if it is 10 million.
You heard it here.
Yeah. If it is 10 million, 10 meter, right? 10 meter, yapita. You should know what the artist I should have 10 meters say. Most of the time I talk about 4 million. 6 meter you could be just to grease the wheels.
Oh man.
They way up with as an artist too much. Ndikaitola
kuti. Oh man. I've heard this way too many times. Of muntu kuona kuti chimene chinatuluka pa invoice kula nasuzumira when they were getting paid, and then this is not what I submitted, you know, this is mwabanga proof of payment kayanjama kampatsa ndani kamapatsa ndani, you know, and it's something that happens a lot, and a lot of young artists get discouraged when they see that, and they just think, you know what, I think it's not for me in Malawi. You know, the table is big enough for everybody to eat. We all gotta eat, guys. Kubanga aje kumalawi siko phweka. Equipment is expensive. You guys know.
Yeah.
Studio time is expensive. Kuchena is expensive. Social media band is expensive. PR, kubanga boosty, we work in dollars. We have to pay, and then national bank or whatever bank, Reserve Bank, NBS, Standard Bank, all of the banks are now also they have to take
commission
whenever you pay, you know. So it's not cheap. Let's make the playing field fair. India life is not fair, and unfortunately the creative industry is a cutthroat game. Not everybody can make it, but at least somebody should make it. Right now it doesn't feel like a lot of people are making it, you know.
I love that. At least someone should. If you told me who has made money based on music, and I'll tell you good, yes, you can point a few names like Namadingo and whatever. Yeah. But that guy doesn't look like he's a superstar of Malawi. If you compare with my superstar,
Tanzania. That's true.
Diamond.
Yep.
He's living a good life. Namadingo last time you saw kuti he even had like a car, but honestly, ndikuti pali mabrand mbweya lilowererapo pali so many things. Sangango nyamuka Namadingo kupita ku holiday. PR.
Yeah.
Like akulepera antu just to have a good time. They can't even go to the Maldives. At least
imagine, you know,
at least one person should win. Who's winning?
Somebody got
Who's winning? Okay. No.
Yeah, you know.
I would say Faith Musa is winning. I think Faith Musa is one of those who are winning. But again, he had to work very hard and work for a very, very long time for him to be able to get to a place where, you know what, I can perform 3 times in Malawi in a year. And I'm good because I know I've got gigs. I have a farm, you know. He also has a qualification in law, you know. So it's not like he can't hit the papers, you know, when he needs to. Faith Musa is definitely one of my role models. He's all the way up there.
I think it's to do with him being good in his lane.
Yeah, definitely.
If we're talking about my artists, I consider they are my superstars. I don't think you get what I mean. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Faith Musa and Mundhokudi, he's low key.
Yeah. Like, and his lifestyle works because he's low key.
Yeah. Or to be honest, I'm a huge fan of how he does it.
Yeah.
Like even his music.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is that Kudi Sningamike Faith Musa in the same lane that Namadingo.
No, in terms of celebrity. Yeah.
Exactly.
But what about Mr. Kingston himself? Eh? Come on, he's like
Kanya Kingston kunoko timafuna kumenya. Kunoko kuli makampu.
All we're saying is art in Malawi is not paying enough. And that's
Amen to that.
We're not just saying people should sympathize with the podcast. They gave us some deals and whatever. But we're talking about what is happening with most of the artists. I mean, they are suffering.
Yeah.
Most of the artists are mungongole.
Yeah.
Most of the artists are not even enjoying their art. How is all saying? All they do is a gig. Yodi atandise kutangogula the new shoe.
Alibida rent.
Sasunte. Ndipo magigi amakondobwera kumapeto kwa mwezi. Amavuta kukana. Ndipanga bwanji.
I need this money.
Yeah.
But we're saying kuti tufunika artists azipita kuchani kuja kutoyota kuja. Right? Ndukatulusa
Tenga chanyowani.
Yes.
Like, can it happen in Malawi?
It should. I don't understand why it doesn't.
The money is there in the corporates.
Yeah.
Where does the money go?
We shouldn't have to beg, guys, as if Tilibe talent. You know, it's like there's one leverage yet, and at the same time.
I say, sorry.
No, of course, go.
I'm a person who believes in creating value.
Yes.
That's one thing a code that I live by. It's creating value.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wait. Usandidule guy.
Sindukudula. Ndifuna ndikuonje sele.
I feel like I'm about to be part of a viral moment.
Welcome.
Inafika point inake. Yoti Blage anakwa nge-interview kina kwake. Ndiye edi makambirana. Ngani asali. Nafika almost I say that's too much. Unama atu ase. Ine ndi auza zindipasa mwaku. Ine kusanguza kumase. This situation kwanova mene iri. Tango kalola yakuti Myers. Anabwera kuti.
Because you know what you're bringing in.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Good value, Because at the end of the day, for example, in my line of work, like I'm a full-time graphic designer. I do music. I would have wished in a music. In a
Yeah.
Like, then a producer full-time.
I'm a banga graphic
graphic design.
Also the graphic designer. I'm a banga the producer.
You see? So it's like, okay, I think I need to, up my game. The graphic design like even portfolio.
Yeah.
So I did that. I feel like I did that.
Absolutely.
So, like, and then I'm able to bargain.
Yeah.
So I feel like even kwa artist, muna soti takala chimozi to a point if we can push ourselves to an extent these brands okay, like even was it akunyada ben like you say ujeni ndanu na madingo
10 million.
What imagine is it true? I don't know. Anyway.
The show is today. The event is today.
It's today.
It's today.
So is it true that I'm passing down in your understanding?
Is it tomorrow? Yeah. It might be tomorrow today.
Yeah.
Actually, it's today.
It's today, right?
Yeah.
It's today.
It was a promo, but those promos, no, it's okay. I don't have an issue with that promo, but
I have an issue with those.
Okay, fine. But we're not supposed to be beggars like that. Being stranded with ish, Davu doesn't use it.
Yeah. And costa letu timakhalia jonto kuti ish nanga ndibanga bwanji and ndizomwezo kuti munthu kuti your value komano if it happens good if you're out of a job, like most young artists are, and man, what are you gonna do? And this happens, said full band 2 hours or an hour could to perform 150,000 Malawi.
And how many
in 2024, recently, like about 2 weeks ago, a lady, and I need to say this because this is an issue also that we face in the industry. She's an expat. She's from Spain, and she was having an event, and she was like, "Oh, you should come to the event." And I was like, "Okay, great. When is it? I would love to support you guys, and where can I send my invoice? And what are you offering?" And she goes, "Oh no, I just thought because a friend of mine recommended you, I just thought you would do it because it's for a good cause. We're just a new NGO." And then Nafo said, "Okay, madam, where are you from?" anandiyankha Spain. That wonderful, you're from Spain. Okay, ku Spain zimachitika po zimene zokuti you ask an artist to perform for free just because you are a new NGO. Amwene ndinalachidwa. Right? As if wobempayo nali neo. Right? No, you know, sometimes in this world, some people just want to help other people. You know, we do things for love and light.
We are perceived as beggars.
Yeah.
We are, you know, and right? Paliswa ma artist azenzako konkuno anachula mayina. They have agreed to do it for free. So I was like, okay, let me tell you. Never, ever, 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 ever again. I used 6 evers. Never, ever, 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 ever again. Tell an artist that you do not know to perform for free. That is nasty behavior. Please delete my number. I blocked her, but again, this is not something that happened just to me. Every single day. And they don't even ask nicely, you know? But, you know, we love you so much and this would mean so much to the people who are coming. Please, we'll handle your transport, whatever, you know? We'll make sure that you're comfortable, that you're okay. So like just pay us. We'll do a great job. I always tell people, if you pay me when I ask, I will exceed your expectations.
I just want to share my experience. I won't mention the name. Komano. I won't mention the name. Komano, I was representing this other artist, Karikari.
Yes.
So,
I know that artist.
No. It's not the one you think.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of people did not know me.
Okay.
So it was back in Zuni. So anagambira we're going to pay you this much.
Yeah.
Komandama isinali ambiri. With socials. And then socials, I remember it was sponsored by was it? You remember Kuli Condomize campaign?
Yes.
Okay, so it was around that time. So yeah, I think I'm a banga sponsor. So Anamu Zozoguda, we want you to come and perform. Komano, you were not original on the list. So in Endungo Kubanga, because I know you.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you this much.
Okay.
So Anandu Zaini, would I say Andu Zodmo, I'm like, I feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
Because you were going to go there
anyway. Yeah.
So Kulukwanga nyimbo tuwili yanchani and big paid that money.
It's alright.
Nyimbo chani ndijani nyimbo.
Yeah, bit of. After the event, after no performance, because Amazon and Nimuntu anali so in a cinema fund I was like, you are good friends with this guy. So can you please you go handle that?
Sort each other out.
Dana bwara kumulu abuda say mundu zo season end bo.
Whatever.
Anamutira nyimbo zambimbiro muzo zo say ndama balibe. Dana bwa kuzanduza ini. Ndene fanya kuti ndanola kale mano. I was getting my share on that. I was like no, that doesn't make sense. So I went there. So kifanya kuti mundu yosindi mazuwa na nebu bwino sama ndiziwa. He knew me as just the name. Komano City Mazuwa na already najes up. So I went there nampanga confront. I'm like, I say, what are you saying? Agreement inali yokuti mwakuti abazaka zukabwa. It's like, yeah. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Can you please give us our money? Dizibit.
Yes.
Sana vude anangoda say follow me. Nabiro room kwake. Anatu sama envelope. Analipoka yangaji.
Envelope yole mbatina. Anati tusapa. Kuwenga ndama ndikundibasa. The money was there.
Oh, yeah. It's
the money was there.
Yeah. If you're Sojidabanga into social weekend, something like that happened. And I told the guys on the team, I was like, if you do this, cool, but I'll tell the entire University of Malawi. I'll blast it on Facebook. I give.
That's the thing. Yeah. So, like, I think it gave me a huge lesson. Another giver. I'm not going to disappear. And then I was like, no, wait, why? I don't know. I'm like, no. Another giver. And then I was like, no, I went there. Okay, we didn't even take like 2 minutes.
We didn't make any money, so it's not good to pay you.
10 years ago.
I said, as Balaga, you got equipment to show. Koma pano ndoti ndinose. Uyuko.
That
Tuli bakame. Wose.
amene ali pa mpempempe.
Amene ali pa mpempempempe. Ne? What I say? Asba itachule. I say Blackface family I say. Unzuzu kareka there was a group called Blackface family.
Blackface family.
Yeah, a dance group. So ndazukulu wake uyu.
Yeah.
I remember kuna show kareka kuli panopo inata. What was that joint? Kumakhala mashow kuchi.
Kama makombola
Yeah, no. Paja hapana manga crossroads panopo pa.
ndapakumbukira
Pitiliza.
Obrigado.
Oh, Brigado.
Yeah, that place. Ne anavizozora anabhukidwa mene kuja anavizika zokuti those guys actually anani anthu kuti amapanga scam artist kwambiri. Like machitika almost every event. Ukaona zokuti event iyi apanga ni magaya wawo. Umachita zozo kumapeto kwake kukala maboko.
Sala ndira dola.
So these guys were fed up. Nazo tulendo yamba thinga nasiya. Anakambira kazi that time. Kachiwiri. Amweni. Nangozindika ati magaya tingampu.
no mazote
That's the way.
kunatuluka nyimbo kunatuluka nyimbo
Unatuluka nyimbo? Yote na zimezo?
yeah mnali mwansemeka yule mungu mwansemeka
Zomangoti te.
alanda ampu
Yeah, so I don't know, guys.
So anyway, we understand that this place is hot. You can see our guest is
Yeah.
whatever. Also dandaula. Something is in the horizon.
Oh,
Tingotero.
I hope it's a fan.
What's that aircon?
Baby steps.
Oh, baby step.
We're not getting paid enough as creatives. How can-
That I think tizakuita nanso kuti tizakubebesa. Tizakuita nanso kuti tizakubebesa.
Oh my goodness.
Komano I think Blage akuyankha nkhani ya solution.
Yeah.
Ndi you're satisfied.
Tingolanda katundu, eh?
You're satisfied nkhani ya solution.
Is it just about, you said conversation, yeah?
Yeah.
But do you think conversation is enough though? Action, yeah?
Yeah.
So what should we do in terms of the action? Titani.
Guys, I don't even know. Kodi kwazenza to ma South Africa, ma Zambia, ma Zimbabwe mo. Do they have like standard rates?
So I want to say, when I was over I feel like you need it.
Yeah.
My artist,
Yeah.
We're not like united in terms of
Yeah.
pakakhatira panga identify a challenge, we timata kungokhala mwina timata kungoyankhula kanthawi kenaka yeah koma izizi chenjani yeah kena kono basi. And also because it's one man for himself,
Yeah.
as himself, imakhala ichionena zokuti aliyese akungoyangana mbali yake
Yeah.
kuti ine amkulu
Yeah.
ena akakudandola za madilo awo kuti sizikuyenda boya ine yanga atu andivasa
I'm okay.
I'm okay. Imakhaso zoti somunaso yawo imene apasidwayo siyeni imene amene kuti
Yeah.
apasidwe koma for them they feel like this is okay. I can
Yeah.
deal with this. Akaganizira mavuto awo chanja because angenyanyani ndirama.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, no,
Yeah.
kama hii ndingo ilenga yanja. So in my opinion, I feel like that's the thing.
That's the way, yeah.
We need like to toss the caliber page mos. Investisani.
Yeah.
And think of an action and okay tipange jonje.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know. Yes, Litete umphawi, especially one.
Yeah, nkhani ndi mind mwathumu timageza chakudya.
Yeah.
So our rates are not beyond food.
Yeah.
Yes. So because our rates are not beyond food, as far as we're surviving,
Yeah.
We let it go like that.
Yeah.
So could be a union within the artist.
Yeah.
You'd be that kind of
Strong
mass.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, whatever happens is like at this rate, artist on close mungama plus 500,000. Koma
Kuona ngati anthu akulandira betu boro.
No, anthu akulandira kumoza kuti
Akulandira.
ndivyandiuza kuti
Osa
anthu amene akulandira ma 2
koma
million.
akulandira api?
Lesa anthu akulandira ma 2 million njani ambiri osama khala kuti ni madilu okauka.
Yeah.
Because anthu amalola kuti ndikupasa ndalama yaikulu ifi ndikudya. Pomwe zikhala zenizeni kuti afuna kuita nazo zenizeni zoti kukapange perform. Ndi makhala ndalama ing'ono.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And also, I would want to see what I wish to see one day. Artists know that and look at headline show yaikulu kunja.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Like the same way we do here.
Yeah.
With flowers,
Yeah.
Kuti ndi ndani amalandiridwa kuti
amakarunda amalawi itwa kumeneko.
akumeneko
Akumeneko amalandiridwa, yeah.
Malawi.
But I want to see kandi kujoni kandi kuti
Cause artists wakujona kamabwera kuno amakamulandira ndamalawi.
Malawi sana.
Osada nthu akonko, no.
Okay. Come on, say.
Dang.
I think let's go back to your music now.
Oh, yes.
wajoka kuzathu wafaya ku Zimbabwe watantani
Yeah.
wapanga release nyimbo
Yes, chaka chomwe chino.
emods
Zitatu.
Napolo ndi
Napolo 1, Napolo 2, and Billy Mankwe, which came out Zulu.
oh
Yes.
inaweza Napolo kuzo ndimayembekeza ndizimvera napo na kundukudabwa Hayze Engola akuyika flow.
No. This is no. The Basali brothers did not rap.
Oh, Napolo 1, Napolo 2.
Napolo 2, yeah.
I said I didn't get the name.
Concept ya Napolo. What motivated you to write Napolo?
Okay.
Pagana 1, 2 ngati matumbi autulusa uti.
Yeah.
Julie.
What motivated me? Okay, so first of all, I Ndinewa ATR, African traditional religion.
Oh.
Yeah, don't worry. I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. I just like to pray. I just like to pray. Traditionally, but yeah. So
usanapitirize ndo dabwisa.
I say masa mfila Joshua Maponga iwa.
Ai, siapongo zanga monena tu.
Oh man, and the bongo zago is also my pastor.
Oh, you know Joshua Maponga?
Joshua, no, who's Joshua?
Oh, this other guy from.
Tell me.
I mean, the when Africa.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
should
God.
check him out.
I-
By YouTube,
Yeah?
Just search Joshua Maponga.
Joshua Mabonga. I absolutely will, guys. Ndukulu kile.
Ai kumana bendi anthu sokuti low key they koma
Somewhere.
aukanika kumasuka.
Oganika kumasuka.
Yeah.
Nyimbo ya mapempero eje yamayimba ndithu.
Okay.
So because of that, they are called myths, but I like to call them legends. The legends of across Malawian cultures are very near and dear to my heart, because even if they actually didn't happen, but they are an expression of how they understand God, right? So I decided I want my album to consist of traditional folk songs, stories about the myths and legends. And the reason I started with Napolo is because I'm half Sena.
Oh.
And Napolo, for those of you who don't know, is the legend of this great water serpent. I mean, I'm aware it's Mvula, Komasoma Banga Cosma floods. Napolo exists in different cultures across the world, across Africa even, and Napolo is rumored to have created the Zambezi River and the Rift Valley, right? The Great Rift Valley. So Napolo, as you can imagine, is this embodiment or this spirit of vengeance, this spirit of anger and rage and wrath. And at the time, there was an ex who really treated me like an idiot. He took me for idiot.
Okay.
And in this Jazodi, when a person breaks up with you and you didn't do anything wrong, they break up with you and there's nothing you can do. You can say, no, I want my time back. Or, no, I want us to get back together.
Just
But
to accept it.
yeah, and it hurts so much. And sometimes you think, and not just relationships, romantic relationships, but any relationship in general. But someone has gotten away with it. Like, no, God, I know that, that I know I'm supposed to forgive, but God, you need to punish them. Just tell it.
Thunder.
They must know that I worship a terrifying and powerful God.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's when Napolo came about. So basically the song is about a woman who has been heartbroken, and she's like, unandidengela kunyanja, because the original song says wachokela kunyanja. So this one says wandidengela kunyanja because you wanted to drown me, but you don't know me. I come from a family of very strong ancestors. So wandilo misajaguda, oh no. akumize Napolo, akugwire Napolo. Yeah, so that's part one. And part two is basically the opposite of that, right? So it's a water. Napolo is a water spirit, and water, yes, can cause great destruction, but it's also a source of creation and healing, you know, and renewal. So Napolo too is about that. Good, okay, I'm mad, I'm taguirana, you know, I set everything on fire. Now that I've chosen to forgive, I've come down. I'm feeling heartbroken, I'm hurting, but I'm not the only one, you know. Sometimes pain feels comfortable. You just get to a point where you're just used to being treated badly, or you're just used to feeling down all the time. But it doesn't have to be that way, you know, and just dive with me into the water after the flood, and maybe we'll find the answers to all of these questions that we have to give. That's the story of Napolo. Yeah.
I think nyimbo zako zikufunika movie. Tikambirane ndi Shem Joy ndi
I receive.
Disappointments in love are really a good thing.
Come
Specifically to artists.
Oh yeah.
Come on, that's true.
Yes, Gadadeo Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Come on, that's true. And umalemba zanzeru osati.
Oh
Sima
yeah.
kaudi sikuchokera di.
Possible.
Yeah, because nyimbo zina mangolemba oti anthu ena bange relate kajanjani. Koma nyimbo zoti iweyo wamva wow.
Yeah, and it's like
isn't it supposed to be, since this is hit or miss? Isn't it supposed to be like that? Could kili chose chimene uchipanga express chizikhala kuchokera from the heart. Like whatever, if it's joy.
Anthu atulusa mahiti. That's the problem. I'm looking for hits, I say. That's it. Okay. Pano panda panga nimapanga study music pano. Ndatulukira kuti anthu amakonda kuimba nyimbo kwambiri zamu. Not more. Koma zokuti pano ndili pabwino.
yeah.
Mukati chani. Then ndikuona ngati kuti Malawi ambiri apanga relate chifukwa pano pa miyo ya anthu ambiri kuone kuti ayamba kusintha. Ayamba kuzitolera. Ndeti nyimbo timeja tikumakoma, kumatha kuti mvera mgalimoto.
Yeah.
Ma artists now ayamba notulusa kwambiri nyimbo zotezo. Mukati chani ne pano ndili pano. Pano. So
ndingokhala ndi ma recycled ujeni concept.
Yeah.
Chifukwa kuti ukufuna kuti anthu ena akapange relate koma zinthu zomwe iweyo
Sukuzifira. Yeah. You know, and one of my teachers would always say it, kuti people can tell bullsh. No matter what.
No, you can say it.
No. My parents are gonna watch this show.
Okay.
Also, yeah, mom didn't know ATR. Sorry.
She didn't know.
No, she knew. She was in denial.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but I love my parents and they're very, very cool. But anyway, that's besides the point. People can tell bullshit, and no matter what, people can always identify authenticity.
Yeah.
And even if they don't get it, even if they don't like your music, they know that it comes from a true place, and they say, okay, not my cup of tea, but it's good. Because it comes from, a good place. Yeah.
So Napolo, out of my artists, don't say Malawi mono. You chose to do it with
Hayze Engola. Yeah.
Why?
Because Hayze and I go way back. Way back. Yeah. When they were in Homegrown African, I did the tag, homegrown music. That was me. That was me, yeah.
Okay. Somehow I did.
You had an inkling, yeah?
We are looking.
His brother.
Yeah. Yeah, so he believed. Hayze is one of the people who believed in my music before anybody did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, Onalio?
Yes.
Okay, voice in the Ambano Giva not know. Why is your Mona Lisa? Okay.
That was way back 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Oh,
2013, 14, yeah.
Okay.
13, 14.
Hey, voice in there easy one or two. Okay. Mona Lisa. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Bleed artist. And it was actually cool.
Yeah. Kama cool kids.
And it inspired this generation.
Second generation. Yeah, because I think even Praise started making music. Ali Adroit Echo.
Adroit.
And tell you, man.
Ine mpaka pano. Simani futa mwita no praise.
You call him Adroit?
Hey. Adroit. Kumano. Nazikambe now. Ine Nazikambe sina iveli.
Bidi Mank. Oh, you can call it Nazikambe too. It's quite all right.
But it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Oh, then Navida.
Icho.
Okay, Bidi Mankwe.
Yes, Bidi Mankwe.
Maswana tu baningi.
That's
why.
Yes, that's where it comes from. It's not exactly that word for word, but when you hear it, you know, there's a lot of that. Maswangaruba, Bidi Mankwe. Yeah, and instead of saying Inenza Jogaba Modzibano, I say Inesindi Jogaba Modzibano, because the song is about mental health. Basically, just getting through, you know, life can feel like a life or death situation. And the reason I chose Bidi Mankwe to do Bidi Mankwe for that kind of message is because for those of y'all watching who don't know, sorry, I'm a teacher, so I like to explain things. But Bidi Mankwe is about it's about the origin of death in one of our creation myths, and it talks about how Mulungu, who is Chauta, right? Chauta, the great rainbow, anamuza Bidi Mankwe kuti tapita ukauze anthu amene akukhala kuti inuyo simuzafa muzakhalabe mpaka namuyaya. I would like people to celebrate. There is no such thing as the end for you guys. And then Bidi Mankwe uja chifukwa chakuja jima kwake kuja anacheda ndiyeno mulungu jakumuza Bidi Mankwe ngini buluzi amamvesera koma chifukwa buluzi ndo aphuma sanamve bwino ndi anathamangira and then anafika hey Anthony mulungu andituma akuti ndikuzeni kuti inuyo mudzafa ndithu.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, and by the time the chameleon had gotten to the village, Antwamalila, and atamuona Nanzikambe uja. Nanzikambe was like, I'm late. I was supposed to tell you makuti. Then Antwanamukwira Nanzikambe uja and anamba kumugenda. That is why usually when children see Nanzikambe, amamugenda instinctively. I don't even know why, but that's probably why amamugenda, because they feel like that's probably that.
Kuti basi.
Kuti we so zinangopitirira basi probably anaonea makolo awo who anaonea makolo awo, and ever since then the chameleon has been crying and it never stops because it feels like it is its fault that people die now and people suffer. So sometimes life can feel like it's your fault. It can feel like uganiga. It can feel like you're moving too slow, you know, and antwama kuseka when you're struggling. True. And people can smile at you, right? When you're depressed, depending on you don't look good, you know, depending on how you respond. And you know, and as someone in AOD, I suffer from major depressive disorder. It's an actual clinical it's a clinical condition. There are times when I'm a failure, you know. So one of those days Blage and the beat. He created this beat, Bidi Mankwe, and I was like, this is definitely what I'm going to sing about. So yes, but you keep on and you get there. And you take it slow.
On the message.
Yeah, believe in yourself. Believe in it.
Okay. You
are wonderful.
I instigate.
Thank you.
Tingakhale so ndi 1 hour ina. Now tufuna tikambirane zokhuza mbona ukhangaronga ndi fotokoza. Ungakambe nkhani yabwino yokhuza mbona. Okay, neso ndo kulowashire. Ine ndi banja langa ndakulowashire. Don't say
it. Love it.
Yeah, I think Nyokase has. I told you, like Nyokase has. He's a talker.
Yes, hey.
Yeah, so he has so many stories specific around different subjects, from the feminism that she started talking about, which I know most of us here we cannot align.
Yeah, imenetansia kuti awini.
Thank you.
You have to do that, right? To things to do with culture, right? And the music, of course, but also the culture. And the culture issue, for me, I feel like it's a subject that is worth exploring.
I say.
Yeah.
So many reasons.
Yeah.
Yes, for some reason. So I think Emmanuel has to be a different one.
Yeah.
Because of the importance that it has. You know, there is the story that you Magamba,
Billy Manko.
No, the snake that was
Napolo.
Right? Yes. That story comes from way back.
Yeah.
And it has been forgotten.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Because we easily consume what is coming with the TikTok and whatever, and we don't tell our stories, right?
Yeah.
And we follow the stories of Japan, China.
And they're full of the Avengers. Almost everybody likes the Avengers, right? I mean, and not me really. I prefer the Justice League, but that's. But anyway, let me not start another round. Komano, like in the Avengers, Thor is. Right? He's an actual mythological Norse god, and so is Loki. You know, the Scarlet Witch. She's based on a Celtic, the English people, the ancient Celtic Scottish traditions. It sells. Even Black Panther Wakanda is based on a lot of African myths and legends. So why don't we do it? We can do it.
How we tell our stories, and I think you're right, candid to have a conversation around that.
Yeah.
I think
kumene tikundikutima kuzotisa kupepesa. Imene kale komano lero longo ndi
I think in SA so akupanga za Shaka Zulu, something like that.
Yeah.
Because I know what angini we just consuming stuff
yokuti ifesi kutikhuza.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Komano lero longo ndilawisa. Ati ndimango kulawisani. Mwakumbukira kamene ndindani.
Amandani Queen B.
Awira amenya maufu ngati wachita. Okay. Umafoto kuzankani ya not mbona ndamuyambisa ndine. Koma umakamba nkhani ya Billy Manko.
Yes.
So unakamba kuti chauta.
Yes.
Then ndikuzaba kwamba zooneka kuti chauta ndi mulungu wina wake.
Ndi dzina la mulungu.
Ndi dzina la mulungu.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Koma unafoto kuza something about rainbow.
So chauta means literally translated to the great rainbow. So chauta, like a bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So chauta is the great rainbow. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ineyo?
This is common sense.
Hey. You.
So I found out last month.
I did ATR, so I understand.
Oh, okay. Komano ineyo nthawi nake? I think naikapo munyimbo chauta nazikapo munyimbo chisumpi.
Yeah.
And this other guy Mpambe. This other guy nandikhola ndikunza kuti awasimaina a mulungu ndi yawe. So ineyo no ndeni mazi ni mambo zibakira. No. Ngati watchulaso kuti mulungu walisinthaso dzina.
Chifuka mulungu tu ndi mulungu. And actually mulungu, it comes from Mlengi. It's a mashup of mzungu ndi Mlengi. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah.
Okay.
But it's actually Mlengi. So mulungu means creator.
Maiko ena mzungu ni mulungu.
Yeah. Ndi mulungu. So for us, we're already saying Murengi. So when this Murungu thing came, and Snanga, so they were coming, a lot of them are coming from Zimbabwe. It's now with the federation and everything. So like, I am Murungu. So Murungu, Murengi. That sounds familiar. Yeah, but yeah, so Murungu is actually Dzina Laji Malawi, Nditu. Yahweh is a Jewish name for God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were right. Chisumpi,
Mpambe,
Kaleza, Chauta, Chiuta, all of them. I mean, God is all of those things. I mean, isn't they? Aren't they?
Oh, okay. Chiuta, the great rainbow.
The great rainbow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
It was around the time because during the discovery of Earth, right? Specifically, the discovery of Earth of the indigenous people.
Yeah.
They had to describe the higher power. So I think at every level of when they were amazed, they would now describe God at that level. And similarly, when now the whites came in with the religion, similar something came with the same description. So yeah, let's not jump into this story. Because it can go for
I'm interested. I think it's soon I was up with it. No.
It's time to close.
Yeah, don't worry. And we'll start off from how Mbona is Malawi and Jesus. We'll talk about that next time.
Okay, tingadani kuti kwatwa sasa onere. Kumataka mpirani.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be asking, you just be there. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, you know I said ndikuze vuto lange. Mpaka na abusa ina kana ndoti tabwera phanga. Lako lo sivuto. Let's say Bible study. Chinthu chimene sindimachimvesesa ndimazoti no. Apopo zili choncho chifukwa cha. Hayi mwana sizikupanga sense. So azibusa ambiri amanozoti iweyo umakondopanga question. Mulungu. Ngati kuti ndipanga question Bible. So ndimati ndifuna ndidziwe cheni.
Yeah.
So amasokoneza. But I think uzabwere.
Yes.
she's coming.
Yeah. You have to come. Tizakambiraniza ukuthi Malawi
We'll go deeper into that.
and
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, Malawi and Jesus.
Okay.
Black Jesus.
All right, I say.
She has a couple of things to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's sana malize.
Yeah.
Izini makonda kwafusa anthu ambiri. Koma iweyo chifukwa unakamba kwambiri za female artists,
Yeah.
akakhala kutani.
Yeah.
Ndifuna undipase your top 5
My top 5 female artists.
ku Malawi.
Okay, so my number 1 female artist in Malawi is Apostle Nesia Chiteka.
Ooh.
Yes.
I said, whenever the favor with you,
Yeah.
No, ineso ndichoncho. Then zapopo.
really?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Koma ndikufusa why?
Okay, because her vocal range is crazy. The way she kind of trained the Chiteka family to be so good at their harmonies, not just her siblings, but her children to be so good at music. She's a great music teacher. But also, one of my favorite songs in the... Is it Mchipululu?
Chipululu simofere.
Oh, I listen to that song almost every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so Apostle Nesia Chiteka, Teresa Pondo and Esther Nkoma are tied. Position 2.
Okay.
Position 2, Nandi.
Yeah.
Nandi is phenomenal. She's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number
3.
Yeah, 3. Kim of Diamonds. She inspires us all to go into this. My favorite song at Kim of Diamonds is Petty. I really like Petty, yeah. Petty, yeah, I like Petty. And number 5 would be, I can't mention myself, can I?
No, you can.
No, you can.
Oh yeah, I am my favorite artist because I listen to my music all the time. So I am my 5th favorite artist.
Yeah.
That's good.
Umazilembera weka.
Umazilembera
weka. Okay. Male.
Male, rest in peace, Wambale Nkandawire, all the way. Inspired me to do what I do. Right? Yeah. Number 2, Masauko Jibembere Jr. Oh my goodness.
I say.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting that. I like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's part of a group, a duo called Black Sunshine. Kwambiri based between South Africa and Costa Rica, so that's usually, and LA. So they perform South Africa, Malawi, Costa Rica, LA. That's usually where they're performing.
Oh, okay.
They're currently in Malawi.
Masauko, yes, yeah. Masauko Jibembe is
he's
currently in Malawi. Yeah. Kuli training program yama hip hop artists ku kweza ku area 3.
So he's part of that.
Yeah, he's part of that. I know.
Actually, they're closing it today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're at Cafe 92.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so number 2, Masauko Jibembere. Number 3 would be Faith Musa. Faith anaimba nyimbo inake called Chimwana Janga. That song saved my life when I was going through like real dark depression. I used to play it all day, every day, just to keep myself going. Okay. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Number 4, I don't really know if we can say if he's still an artist, but Sonyezo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Africa, for me, is one of the best albums to ever come out of this.
One of the best albums.
Right? Yeah, definitely. And number 5. Oh, this is a tough one. Slesa.
Ooh. I say, uyu ndo dabwisa. Ukona awumavaya nzuzu. Nsanja. Kalunga.
I think, okay, I like how she understands music.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has
ati test of music yako imaonesa nzeru zako.
Doesn't know.
Unazinena hapo si una.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You have a very good taste, I say.
Thank you.
I think Yosiana.
Even mundu job kuri sungane nezo, do you have a favorite genre? Eh?
No, I cannot.
You just like music.
I love just like music.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly enough, my favorite song yako Malawi kunoko, apart from Jibolo Simofeda, my second favorite song, he's not on this list, but my second favorite song is Umandiwaza, Ya Success. That song. It's my most played on Spotify. You know, when I'm trying to get ready, could make myself feel good, pretty. I play that song in the background. Yeah.
I said, that song is not appreciated. It's not appreciated enough. Success in the long
I say, out in Howie.
I say, I
instigate. Yes, please.
So you're based in Lilongwe now?
No, I'm based in Zomba. I came here for work. I was performing at the National Youth Summit. Yeah. So I'll be headed back. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me. Thank you for making time. I really appreciate it.
Before you go, Abba
Mutu, it will a date to be announced in December.
It's a kale runga dia Mr. Grey. A number.
Abba
Mikukwera. Or in December.
Yeah, it's coming out in December.
I'm looking forward to that album.
Thank you so much. Me too.
I don't know ngaruda kwanise kuti ubanga language, almost language in area say and.
I would really love to. In album number 2, in this album I have done a bit of Sena, Chichewa, English, and some Tumbuka. But in the next one I would love to do from Sena to Lambia.
I say, wait, sorry, DJ do something. I say, I just want to say, okay, I want to say, like, everything is connecting for me. Because one, when you talk about your name, where you're coming from, I feel like your family, you guys are, you're like true to your roots, Kwambiri.
I hope so.
Because okay, like even the names.
Yeah.
And I'm a class also.
Oh,
like Madise, like you have Panga.
Yeah.
Panga, which is like
Panga Zindawo.
Madise.
Yeah.
And then there's you,
Nyokase,
which is not like a common name.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's nice. I feel like it's a beautiful name. I don't know, what does it mean? So Nyokase, interestingly enough, is actually the Swazi name for Napolo. So it means great serpent. Yes. Really?
Yes. So it's actually the Siswati name for Napolo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I told you everything is connecting. Everything is just connecting.
But please, no, don't be afraid of me. Please don't look at me weird. No, because people look at me weird. Then they're like, why would your parents name you Chinjoka? What were they thinking? But yeah, no, it's all
let me just ask this. Panga, what does it mean? Panga Zindao.
Panga Zindao means, I think, is it Kulanda? Is Kulanda Nkani? But I think it's something about like the person who controls the conversation.
Oh.
So Panga Zindawo. So Zindawo is Zinkani, yeah. So yeah, Kupanga Nkani. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Opangira.
Yeah, Opangira Nkani.
I believe mine and Hogo are meaning.
Kodi Brandon nangu nisokoneza.
Hi Brandon.
Okay. Come and say it was nice having you. I think Nkani Aikulu ndio udiri kumaneso kachike. We're having another show.
Okay, I wasn't expecting all this. Like we can take it from music to Zara. Yeah, like no use.
But yeah,
I'm interested. I want to learn more.
Yeah, let's talk about everything. I'd love to know your favorite foods, and and talk about that. And, and talk about all things podcasting and how we can make this, an international sensation, as it should be.
All right, guys, musaiwale kusativote.
Podcast ndio mwenye.
All right.